Hello and welcome. Today I'm adding Almost Hero from the Mega Cat Collection 1 to my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever. Originally released in 2016 by Mega Cat Studios, it is an aftermarket NES game, one that's taking its cues by ripping off River City Ransom. Safe to say there's no nostalgia here being an aftermarket game, and there is a story here, but it's very derivative and tongue-in-cheek. Well, I say there's a story, it's not really a story, there's a setup, but basically go around and fight things. It's a beat 'em up. So now let's get straight on to the graphics. Again, it very much leans into River City Ransom here, with a similar sort of stocky, scrunched up style of characters and fairly basic backgrounds. They all look decent enough, but it lacks the charm of its inspiration. It very much looks like an NES beat 'em up, which, you know, that's what it's based upon, that's what it is, so that makes perfect sense. It's not bad looking, the look of everything is a bit goofy, there's parodies of numerous things in there. There's also quite a lot of screen flicker or sprite flicker. It's not a bad looking game, even if it does fall short of its inspiration.
Sound and music.
The sound effects are suitably crunchy and satisfying, so no complaints on that side of things. There's not a huge amount to talk about there. The soundtrack is upbeat and, you know, it fits the genre, but it's not that memorable.
Gameplay.
It is very much like River City Ransom, with a combat system very much like that game and the NES Double Dragon games, with a punch and a kick button pressing both for a jumping attack. Like River City Ransom, it's non-linear, the various areas you can go to straight from the start, pick up coins as you defeat enemies and buy other abilities and items and so on and so forth. Which, given that River City Ransom is one of the most beloved NES beat-em-ups, you'd think that's a good start, which I suppose it would be if the combat itself didn't suck, and if the hit detection wasn't a little bit iffy. There's various items to pick up and throw at your enemies, and the basic attacks, the initial attacks you have to begin with, are pretty pathetic, and you'll end up taking more hits than you're delivering. Granted, it does get better as you get further into it and get more abilities, but it's such a bad start that you really won't want to. And by better, I mean marginally. The combat never feels satisfying or reliable, and there's a heavy emphasis on grinding to get better.
Overall opinion.
Almost Hero? More like almost mediocre. And I mean almost as in it didn't quite get to being mediocre. That might be harsh, but playing the game brings out those sorts of feelings in me, and it's a shame because there is potential here, and with a little bit more love and refinement, maybe it could have been a good game. But I know it does have at least one fan, that being Game Discovery, who has a YouTube channel, and it does some good stuff, and you know, we don't always agree, I don't always have the same taste, but that's fine. So while I don't like it, some do, maybe you will. And if you go in with your expectations though, maybe it will pleasantly surprise you. But for myself, I really don't like it, and you can probably see from this gameplay, I really couldn't be bothered to put any effort in while I'm getting the footage.
Ranking.
To place Almost Hero on my ever-growing list where I rank every Evercade game ever, I've elected to put it above Rectum Soul's Adventure, but below Super Fanger, placing it at 408 out of 444 games that I've ranked so far. Sorry, 445. Anyway, that's everything for this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
You